Will Graham feels validated. Hey guys, what's up? I know it's been a while, but I am super excited. So many things to cover. Bedelia signs off, probably because Gillian Anderson has a new show on NBC called Crisis. I think the most important part of this episode is the ending scene where Will Graham finally feels validated. And that's when Bedelia comes to see him. She finally comes and introduces herself and she's like, I know so much about you and I feel like I know you. And Will Graham's like, but you don't know me, really, you don't, because you're only been told what Hannibal wants you to know. She is putting her life at risk. In her own mind, she's smart enough to understand that Hannibal is a psychopath. He is crazy. He is a lunatic. She's been protecting him for so long. That's why she was like, I've come to understand that you are very dangerous. And she has left the building. She has gotten the hell out of Dodge and all those other stupid cliches you can think of. She comes to Will Graham and she tells him, I believe you. That to Will Graham, just that alone is enough to just give him chills. It's enough to make him feel like there's one other person who understands Hannibal like he understands and sees through Hannibal. If she is allowed to stay on the show, which I don't think that she will because she's got The Fall and she's got Crisis and she's fucking Gillian Anderson, she's amazing. If she was allowed to stay on the show, she might come back and do a cameo or whatever, she would be in Will Graham's corner. Anyways, Will Graham comes up with this idea to manipulate Hannibal into believing that he needs Hannibal's help, which in fact he doesn't. It's just another way to get into his head. Hannibal is the kind of person who wants everyone to know that he's still out there. He's that arrogant, he's egotistic, he's a psychopath. This episode showed us a lot about how Hannibal, he's now working with the BAU team. He knows what's happening, especially with this serial killer who is putting all these bodies together in his silo. He knows exactly where it is. He knows where the murders are taking place. I mean, he smelled it with his sense of smell. He knows it's in a cornfield somewhere, yet he doesn't share that with the team. Instead, he goes out on his own and convinces the murderer to become a part of this art that he's making. And of course the murderer's like, okay, I'll do it. The best part of this is knowing that Will Graham is going to see through the whole thing. And I think the real beauty of this is that Hannibal is being manipulated by Will Graham, who's being manipulated by Hannibal. It's like this never-ending circle of manipulation, which started with Hannibal being the manipulator and Will Graham being the manipulatee. And now it's just going in a circle because Will Graham knows that if he plays his cards right, he can somehow make Hannibal do something that he wants him to do. If he continues to say that he thinks Hannibal is guilty, it's going to ruin the whole thing. So he can't do it just yet. I'm very eager to see what happens when Will Graham goes to trial and Hannibal has to testify. The really sad thing about this whole season so far is that no one in this whole season even thinks for a second that he could not be the killer. Like, all signs point to yes, Will Graham is your murderer. He did everything. He killed Abigail and that's it. And nobody is even questioning. I think that's why Will Graham tells Beverly, like, just put that out of your head, erase it from your memory, start all over. I want you to just pretend that you don't think that I'm guilty just for a second. Ignore all the evidence and try to find new evidence. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments and I will see you next time. Bye.